everybody. So I have the first question for you. Have you ever been with a head in the bin? Do you think that only homeless people are doing it, or some crazy people? I want to tell you that I'm doing it very often, and you cannot imagine what kind of treasure you can find being in a bin like this. I found many things like this already, which I'm using every day for my work, for my theater work. And what I'm going to tell you with this presentation is mostly that you, maybe after this presentation, you will think that everything is possible, and you will see things differently than they appear in your regular life. So, now I will show you what everything you can do from the things what you find in the bin. For example, these kind of puppets, which are made only from the trash. As you can see, I used the plastic bottles and newspapers, and the whole construction of the body is made from the wood what my colleague found just next to the bin. I remember it like today, that how she was calling me, that she found a lot of wood next to the bin, like, Susanna, should I take it or not? And I said, yes, of course, take it, we will use it. So you can see how amazing stuff you can do. And of course, the clothes we bought, or but very cheap on the flea market or secondhand, or somebody gave it to us. So maybe this kind of whole puppet, what you see here, cost like 10 euros or something like this. So here you can see more of them. It was for some special installation, which is in the Pistori Palace, where I have my studio. They are like figures from our history, probably where in Bratislava or where in the palace. So we just made this kind of Nazi soldiers, communist people, and so on. So it was really fun. And this picture is from my studio, so you can see that there is really everything. Next picture. It's a costume made by the actor from the theater With No Home. So it where the actors are mostly homeless, or have some other social, physical, or psychiatric problem. So this I had to make a costume for the new performance, but he said that he wants to make his own costume because he has some idea. So, and after a few weeks, he brought me this. He was working alone with this, and it's really beautiful. And it's, as you can see, it's only made from the covers, from the plastic bottles. Okay. Oh. Oh, back. Okay, this is the last one. What you can see. It was the same performance, and where I made a very beautiful crown for this girl, just cutting the plastic bottles around, and I get these beautiful slices, and you can see it's look really like some kind of treasure. And next to it there is a crinoline made up from the plastic bags, different colors. So the same things, because we have a team connecting dots. So I was making the connections between materials, objects, and the people, because this the same what I'm telling you about the materials can be said about the people. I'm sure that you saw these kind of pictures already in your real life, and if you go next to or past these people, maybe you think that they are completely lost, and they don't have anything to do anymore, and their lives are just destroyed. But I will show you here a difference. It's not really true, because I don't know if you can imagine, but from these kind of people can be stars on the stage. For example, these are the same people, same kind of people what you saw in the previous pictures, are doing this in our theater. So they are changing the streets to the beautiful circus theater performance, and they entertain the other people. This is one of the performances. This one is the street performance, which is based on the changing the regular people or these homeless people to the actors. So this performance starts suddenly somewhere on the street. They just coming out from the audience and changing their clothes and becoming circus figures and theater figures. These are them also in the theater in another performance. Maybe you even know some of them. They are mostly selling the Nota Bene newspapers in the streets. So maybe you know some of these faces. These are also them playing a beautiful non-verbal performance called Puppet. I will tell you later more about that. Okay, my next question is theater only the show, only the entertainment, only the moving lights, only the colorful costumes, only just having fun? Or could be the theater also educational? Or could the theater change people's minds or their feelings, reflections, opinions? This is the question, and I will show you that it is possible. And this is actually my aim in my work, my theater work. I'm trying to do something more as the entertainment. So here is the performance of a theater with no home. I just want to tell you that I'm not the one who creates this group. There are two people, Ursula Kovalik and Patrick Krebs, who are leading this group. I'm working there as a visual artist, as a costume and stage designer. This performance is the last one what they did, and it's based on Augusto Boal Theater of Oppressed. It's very complicated, so I'm not gonna explain you what is it. But it's an interactive theater where the audience can step in and change something on the stage. So these actors, they are playing the real situations from the real life, what happened, where somebody was oppressed or when something unfair is happening. Then the performance is stopped and we ask the audience if somebody wants to step in, change the person, and wants to change the whole situation, that the person who is oppressed will get power or there will be some kind of solution. So this is something that what I can tell you if you have time to go to this performance. I really think that this is the one what you should see, because this is what I'm speaking about, that if you see this performance you are not only entertained but you are also educated how to behave if sometimes in your personal life something like this will happen, that if you see that somebody is oppressed, that you should act and you should help or you should do something. This is the play Puppet also, which is, this play is going very deep in their own feelings, because the play was not written, the play was created by the actors themselves. They just got this puppet from me, and they gave him name, Frankie, and they started to work with him. The whole performance is mostly about the loneliness, and each of the actors, they try to somehow express their feeling, what is the loneliness for them. So also after this performance, you really go with totally different feelings, opinions and reflections out of the theater. And this one is non-verbal, so if you don't understand Slovak, this is the right one for you, because there is no speaking, maybe 2 words, but it's just okay. And at the end of this play, they show how the group can change the loneliness, and they say that they are not lonely anymore because they are people and friends around themselves. This is my own theater group I'm having with my 2 other colleagues. The group is called Equiteatro, and we started to make the educational theater for the children. So it means that we choose some theme from the history or something what they actually have in a school, but we took them out from the chairs, from the desks, and they go to our theater, and they experience the thing what they are actually learning in school in the theater, so they understand much better what was happening, how was the historical period. They see the costumes, they can also interact in the theater because we call them to play different roles, so they put the costumes on and having fun. And they are not sitting passively on the chairs, but they are always interacted in the play. And after each play, they have some kind of creative workshop that they always have to create or do something concerning the theme what we were doing in the theater. This was the play about the legend about Bratislava Castle, that there was one big giant coming and always turning the castle and sitting on it because it looks like a chair. And there is a legend why the castle has one tower bigger than the others, because they change it, because they didn't want that the giant is turning it all the time upside down. So, okay, this is another theme where I'm changing the regular things into the beautiful things like fashion things or the costumes. So here you can see how I use the cleaning things in a household to make the hats in the theater. So as I said on the beginning, in theater everything is possible. This is how it looks on the stage. So you see when the theater slides come into it, it's changed in a completely different material. This is another thing, how you can make a ballet skirt from the garbage bags, different colors. That was also for one performance. Here we got plenty of the hospital old clothes and the sheets. So I created the costumes for our scene where the actors were in a psychiatric hospital. So I just changed it to a costume using this, I don't know how you say it in English, this what you use for the electricity and for anything at home, these kind of tapes. This is how it looks on the stage then. As you can see. Okay, and this is my last picture, where I want to tell you that really everything is possible in the theater. I don't know if you can imagine, but it's me. one of our beautiful roles what we have for the children. So, or maybe it's me how I look like when I get out from the bin. It can be also possible. But I want to tell you with this that, again, that don't just look on the things how they appear, but look deeper, because there can be something else inside, and it's not always true what you see, because it can be different. For me, connecting dots means connecting objects, materials, people, stories, and transform it on the stage, like in a big ball, and just throw it in the audience and hope that it will forward with the other reflections, other opinions, and it will bring maybe something else. And the last thing what I want to say is that anything could be everything and anybody could be everybody. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much.